too much right rudder.
Okay.
Come on, just have to hold it and hold your hand straight up now. Come on back with it. Come on back. There it is. Nose over.
One of the most terrifying things for a student pilot starting out are departure stalls. So in today's video, guys, I'm gonna give you 5 tips on how to better perform departure stalls. And if you stay tuned until the end of the video, I have a bonus tip for you for all your takeoffs and landings. Don't miss it. The biggest advice I could give you is to relax. Departure stalls are very, very unnatural, as is flight. Flight, in the most part, is very unnatural in itself. And when you first get up in a plane and you start riding around, you're like, oh my God, I'm floating, I'm in the sky, and I have control of this machine. Your instructor is going to start asking you to perform what's called departure stalls. Of course, they're going to show you first, but the first few times you're thinking, oh my gosh, I'm pointed straight up in the sky. So in basic terms, a departure stall is you're flying the plane, the instructor or the check ride examiner will ask you to do a right or left hand departure stall. Climbing right hand turn, climbing left hand turn, departure stall, whatever you want to call it. So the plane, you set the plane up, of course, you'll do your clear and turns, and then you start climbing. So the plane will essentially start climbing, and then of course, this little engine up here is not going to be able to carry the whole weight of this to continue flying in a straight line. So what happens is, as you're climbing, the plane is eventually going to lose enough speed to where there is no longer wind coming over the wings. What typically happens on a departure stall for the first time, the instructor will want this to happen to show you what's going on. You're not going to be holding enough right rudder, more than likely. The torque of the engine is going to want to pull it to the left. So if you're not holding any rudder whatsoever, or not enough right rudder, you're going to get up in the air and the plane is going to stall and it's going to turn and sink. And that's pretty dramatic. That actually happened to me. And if you're not doing it right, if you have no rudder, you could get into what is terrifying, which is a spin. What you want to do, you want to be climbing up, okay? Relax. Be focusing on the feel and what is outside. So the more tense you are, the harder this maneuver is going to be. If you just relax and feel the airplane, okay? That's going to help you out tremendously. So it's kind of like you're balancing the plane on your finger. That's kind of what's going on. If you have too much right rudder, which what's happened in the flight that I just showed you, the right wing will dip and then you'll nose down. Pay attention to your instruments briefly. You do not want to be staring at these instruments the entire time. You mainly want to be looking outside, okay? So briefly look at your instruments. Particularly, you want to look at the ball. You want to make sure that you can keep that ball centered. So you want to stare outside, but briefly look at your instruments, okay? So look at the ball, make sure that you can keep it centered as best you can, okay? Eat something light before you go up. Not too much, not too little. The last time I went up, I didn't have anything for breakfast. I didn't really have any fluids in me. Going over with my instructor, I was starting to feel a little bit nauseous, a little bit tense, sweating. I didn't have enough food that morning to really give me the energy levels to kind of withstand all this stress and pressure. So yeah, eat something. Record your flights. If there's any tip I can give you, record all of your flights, because guys, if you look over your flight videos, you are going to find things that you missed. A lot of times you're flying the airplane, your instructor's talking in your ear, and you will not recall it after it's over with. But if you go back and listen and watch the videos and watch the maneuvers, you will remember what is going on. So just remember, record your videos if you can, okay guys? Use your feet. Try to step on the ball. So whichever side that ball is, slightly put pressure, step on the ball. That's going to help you tremendously in your flight training and your departure stalls. But again, the more you practice these, the better you will get at them. I'm not an expert at them. I'm still learning. I'm still having, I'll have a good departure stall, and then the next one I'll have too much right rudder and I'll dive the plane to the right and down. But no big deal, as long as you have enough altitude. Again, guys, step on the ball. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, okay? As you're doing that coming in, that helps loosen up your grip, because if you're gripped like this, your motions are gonna be more herky-jerky. And if you wiggle your fingers and toes, that's going to help you stay more relaxed. So in this video today, guys, basically I'm going up in the sky with my instructor, and we're going to perform basically all of our stalls, whether it be departure stalls or slow flight. But I mainly want to focus on the departure stalls, because that seems to be That seems to me to be one of my biggest fears, is the departure stall, and not necessarily a terrifying fear, but just the unnatural aspect of how it makes my body feel and how it can make you feel if you're tense and you're not relaxed. So guys, we'll go through this video. Basically, we're gonna start off on the runway, we're gonna be taking off, and then we'll be getting out a few miles away from the airport and gaining some altitude and practicing our stalls. So stay tuned.
Wilkes County traffic 450 is departing runway 1. Going to the right. Look for traffic. Swing to the left. Okay. There we go.
Just be sure your feet are down off the brakes.
Okay. Have to fly up to Ash one of these days. A little windy up there today.
Alright, we can just fly back out here and do maneuvers and stuff. So climb up to, hold it about 270, climb up to about 3,000. Run you through everything to refresh your memory on what we got to do. See what you remember, what you don't.
See a ski mountain over there today, I think.
Oh yeah, you can see that thing at night, boy, it's all lit up.
That app ski.
Yeah,
I can see that from my house if I go up on top of the hill.
yep. Alright, get it all stabilized there if you like it. And then whenever you're ready, give me slow flight. Flight at minimum controllable airspeed.
Okay. For slow flight, do I need to give you clear and turns for that?
Always.
Always. Okay.
The only thing that you don't do clear and turns for is steep turns.
Okay.
Or your ground reference test, you know. But any slow flight or stall series, you do a clear and turn.
Okay. Go to the left here. We'll go to the south. Okay, and now back to the right. Okay. Slow flight, 1500 RPMs.
Carburetor heat.
Carburetor heat on, 1500 RPMs. Keep the nose back as you're pulling back.
Don't climb while you're doing all this.
Okay. And full
Yeah,
flaps.
yeah, full flaps as you get there. Now just pitch your nose up. Right about there, stop.
And then
Now,
1700.
1900 RPM, right now, right now. I just let it all, just hold your right rudder, let it all stabilize, and it'll sit right here. There's not enough rudder to keep it straight.
Okay.
Wolf traffic, our Chase to Whiskey is about 8 miles to the south, setting up for an ILS 01.
So, no way this thing will climb like
Yeah.
Shining 5
You're-
Sierra is
you're seeing
El
your
City
thermals right now.
northeast 3,100 will be straight in 2-4, touch and go, new rim.
Biggest thing is don't rush it. In other words, you get your carburetor heat on, speed come down, flaps out, and bring it directly up to 1900. But
Okay.
if you got full flaps out, this thing should not be climbing.
Okay.
It'll be sitting still.
Traffic.
Now remember, wherever there's lift, there's going to be sink.
Right.
Oh, see, now you're starting down.
And the stalling speed over here, if we got too slow, would that be at the bottom of that?
Well, that's what they say. Don't believe.
Yep.
Okay, now bring your nose back a little. In other words, you can look at the nose of this airplane and tell where it's sitting by. All right, go back straight and lower flight. Carburetor heat off, full power, and bring your flaps.
Thousand one, 1002, 1001, 1002, 1001, 1002.
All the way up. Now just keep it level, don't descend now. See? All right. Now let's do a departure stall.
Traffic,
Departure stall
Lima,
from a climbing left-hand turn. Departure stall, climbing left-hand turn.
Okay, do clear and turns.
I remember when you're doing your clearing turns, be sure to hold altitude, be sure to roll out on your headings.
Okay.
Now, don't make them real steep. But while you're doing that, just think about what am I doing? What is my maneuver?
Right.
That way you kind of get your mind in gear with what you're getting ready to do with your hand.
Okay. All right, a right hand departure stall. We go back to 1500 on this one.
That's right, carburetor heat 15.
on.
Just remember, stall, slow flight's always carburetor heat on 1500. Now don't pull the nose back.
Okay.
Just bring the power back to 15. Bring it straight back. Just bring it straight back. There you go.
Okay.
Now just start pitching it up real slow because you're wanting to lose airspeed, not altitude.
Okay.
Bring your nose back. When you get about 70 miles an hour, carburetor heat off,
Wolf traffic.
full power, climbing right-hand turn.
Okay. Come on, 70.
Now you got to keep just easing it back real.
Okay.
Now, climb, turn, power. Don't shove it in, just bring it in smooth and start your climb. Don't forget your right rudder. Now pitch your nose up. You got to see it'll accelerate if you don't start pitching the nose up. In other words, you come as your power comes in, just keep it smooth, climb and turn. A little more right rudder. Now just ease it right straight back. Now keep your rudder in there. Don't lighten
Okay.
up on that rudder. If you do, it's going to snap off on the left wing.
Okay.
Right on back. Just watch your nose. Look out here. Don't give a damn about nothing in here. Look right out here. The only place you need to look. I don't do much right rudder.
Okay.
Come right on. Just enough to hold your ass straight up and down. Come right on back with it. Right on back. There it is. Nose over. Now see, you had too much right.
Okay.
Because it shouldn't have broke to the right. You had too much right rudder.
Okay.
Got to be smooth, even. Okay?
Okay.
Now let's do it again.
Okay. All right. Clear turns.
Now remember, just like the flow of water, don't get excited, don't rush, just the flow of water,
Okay.
okay? Just enough pressure on the right rudder to keep your butt straight up down the seat. but keep your bank in there.
Traffic,
Okay?
175 miles.
That's the one that I don't like the most out of all
Well,
of them.
nobody likes to do it.
Yeah, but I understand it's necessary, I guess.
Well, you just got to do it for your check ride. If you never do it again, you'll do it every 2 years, whether you want to or not.
Yeah.
But just take your time is the secret. Don't rush it.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
Blue is traffic. Saratoga 2 Charlie Kilo is inbound from the
Okay.
northeast 10 miles from the field. Blue Ridge.
All right, carburetor heat on. Now, power back to 15. Just pull it right straight back. Now stop.
Okay.
Now just start, speed start bleeding off. Just look at your speed, but you gotta keep back and bringing the pressure back, just so that you don't lose altitude. Okay? Just keep bringing it back. Now this time, don't rush it. Just keep pulling it back. Look out here. There's a damn thing in here you need to look at.
Okay.
Put it on back. Put it on back. Now carburetor heat off. Now climb, turn, and power. Turn, and pitch your nose up. Keep your nose coming back. Don't stop. So
Okay.
if you stop, you accelerate. Now, just a little.
Going
Now, in other words, what you got to do is get your bank like this. Come here, rudder. You're actually cross control. Just hold it there. Don't lighten up. Just hold it steady, just like that. Just hold it steady. Now pull it right straight back and watch your nose. Don't do that, but watch that nose. Watch that nose. Watch that nose. Until your airplane come right on back. Don't just hold steady pressure. Don't lighten up on it. Just look at the nose. Don't look nowhere else. Look straight at the nose. As soon as you feel it buff it, drop the nose to the horizon. Now come right on back. Right on back. There it is. Feel it? Now nose right below the horizon right there. Now level your wings.
Okay.
All in one movement. Down, level. Now pitch it back into a climb. Pitch it back into a climb. Right there. Stop.
Okay.
Thank you for watching the video today, guys. And if you like this, please click the thumbs up button below. And also, if you would like to subscribe to my channel, over here in the bottom right, just click on my logo and click subscribe. And don't miss out on your chance to be one of the first 1,000 followers for your chance to win a Logitech Flight yoke system.